What is up, guys? It's Brillymister here, and welcome to my loot from 10 hours of Vindicta. If you do enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell icon so you're notified of all my future content. And if you do enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So I've just finished the 10 hours of Vindicta. I got very unlucky here. I managed to not get a single lance or crest drop in the entire 10 hours, which I think is definitely pretty unlucky, but I reckon I used up all my luck on helwyr in that 10 hour loot video because I managed to get 5 drops there and got well over 100 mil in the 10 hours. So here's basically what I got just from the standard drops. 27.8 mil. I'm going to go through and break it all down into the kills per hour, how much I averaged and everything on the next sort of slides. But that is, yeah, the total loot. So I guess it's quite an accurate representation of what the money per hour is without the rares, but obviously you'd at least expect one rare drop in the 10 hours, and that would have instantly, say if I got a lance, I'd have gone over to 50 mil and it would have been much better GP. So I think I'm probably going to go back and camp in for a little while after this, just because it definitely owes me a drop. So I'm going to go on to the next slide now and we'll break down how all the sort of GP per hour and everything works out. So for the actual breakdown, over the 10 hours I got 261 kills, so that's an average of 26.1 kills per hour. It could have been slightly higher. Pretty much, well, every hour apart from one, I got 27 or 28 kills. I had 1 hour where I got 21 kills. Someone knocked on the door and I had to go for a second, so I lost a few kills that hour. But yeah, the average would be 27 to 28, but my average was 26.1. So with the total loot and broken down over the 10 hours, the loot I got per hour was 2.78 mil, and that's 106k per kill, which isn't really that great. But as I said, I got very unlucky with the kind of kills I got. I didn't get anything good. Most of the times I didn't even get a massive amount of the dragon bones or the rune salvage, which still made up over half of my total profit from this. But yeah, if I'd got one drop, it would have been massively higher. As you can see, I was testing out in this bit where I actually filmed whether I could get my kill rate over 30 per hour I heard if you exit the room and join again, then it would respawn quicker than if you just waited for it to respawn. This wasn't the case. I still got 28 kills in the hour. I know if I'd used the Berserker or the whole 10 hours, it would have been a lot higher and I could have easily got over 30. But I used Vampirism or most of it just because it makes it a lot more chill and a lot easier. So I've added this section in here just because I was so extremely unlucky here. If you just got over the 10 hours one rare drop, so I've used a lance for this instance, but if you got a crest it would be similar, maybe slightly worse. But over 10 hours you'd usually expect to get at least one, if not two, rare drops. So if you've got one lance drop, that's 32.5 mil on its own, which is more than all of the loot I got over the entire time already. And that just one drop would instantly take your loot per hour, your GP per hour, to 6 mil, which is much more reasonable and decent, and actually makes it worthwhile because 2.7 mil an hour is really not worthwhile. You can get more than that hunting Grenwolds or just doing any kind of skilling. I just got very unlucky. If you do get really lucky, like for example at helwyr I got 5 drops in the 10 hours, then that would obviously inflate the GP way more and you'd get a ridiculous amount per hour. It'd probably be like nearly 15 mil an hour then if you got 5 and got really lucky. But I would say one drop is definitely not on the lucky end. You can easily get one drop in the 10 hours, and that then brings your GP per kill to an average of 229k over the 10 hours. So now when we break down and directly compare it to helwyr, so I got 109.8 mil in 252 kills from helwyr, and that was 432k per kill and 10.9 mil per hour. As I said, I did get very lucky here, but it does show, from my experience, what I got anyway, how superior helwyr was to Vindicta. I know that realistically over a longer period of time they would balance out and be fairly similar. However, still in my personal opinion, helwyr is definitely the boss that I would choose to do. It's just a lot more chill. As long as you know the rotation and have the keybinds, you don't really have to use your mouse at all or pay much attention. Whereas Vindicta, there's a little bit more running around and it does take a little bit more effort. But if you do get lucky, the rare drops are worth a lot more. Like there's nothing that's 32.5 mil at helwyr, for example. The highest is like 19 mil for the crest, and then the other drops are like 9 mil. So if you do get a rare drop at Vindicta, it is much more worth it. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to come back and see any of my future content. Until next time, see ya.